The Matrix is one of my favorite movies of all time. And it's got everything that you'd want in a great movie. I love the entire trilogy, but we going as deeply as possible, per usual, into Matrix 1, the first of the trilogy. Arguably the best movie of all of them. I understand there is a fourth one now as well. This movie, the action, the choreography, the pacing, the plot, the romance, good guys versus bad guys, it's just simply fantastic. If you haven't seen The Matrix 1 yet, you actually should not watch this episode. I really do want you to, but for me to really press in to all the male self improvement, for me to weave in the modern male human experience, the modern male plight into all of this, I highly recommend you watch the first movie first, and then you come back and we can vibe, bro. So, spoilers alert. I assume you have seen it. And I'm going to start things right off with the very infamous, notorious Cypher scene. And I'm going to try to begin breaking it down from here because this scene is the story of our lives right now. Okay, fine. Before I bunch you in with me, and I love to do that, I will put the spotlight on myself. We'll keep it on me for now. It is the story of my life. I was born in the early 90s, and so I'm in my mid 30s now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just about a lifelong struggle. And especially since I started my self improvement journey, right around, it was like late 2020, early 2021. For me, it feels like yesterday. It's absolutely bonkers. I am not exaggerating. Time flies. And I'm still struggling with it. I'm struggling with it even more. It's like the more that I try to be successful, chase my hopes and dreams, self improve, just be a better human being. Okay. And of course, as masculine of a man as possible for the ladies, right? The more that I try to live like this, the more that I struggle with exactly what Cypher was saying in that scene, with the shiny bald head, right? Agent Smith is sitting across the table from him. For me, Agent Smith was just so done. He was just, I feel like as soon as he sat down, and he's a program, right? He's not even a human being, but no, I can't remember his name. I mean, no disrespect. He's a legendary actor. I know him very fondly, like childhood wise. I know him as Elrond from Lord of the Rings. That's where I know him from. But I'm talking about the actor who's playing Agent Smith. He just did it so well. He's sitting there and he's looking at Cypher like, I can't wait to kill all of you. I really just want you to finish your food and stop talking so I can, you know, kidnap Morpheus. And he just looks so done with Cypher's spiel. But I don't even think Cypher noticed because Cypher was so caught up in the euphoria of the decision that he was about to make. And it's very pivotal. It's a decision that sets into motion, arguably, the events of the rest of the Matrix story. And he's basically kind of twirling a piece of steak on his fork. I love steak. I'm a big steak guy. I even go rare, and I don't care. As a bar. I don't know how you do yours. Past medium, you're not eating steak anymore, brother. You're eating cardboard. Like the rest of the dinner experience is going to be you sitting there chewing. Okay, I digress. I take it medium rare and down, ideally rare. I've even been to places that are like, sir, what? And I'm just like, let me talk to the chef. No, I'll pay extra. Okay. It's just like a succulent, juicy, isn't that the words Cypher was using? Steak is magnificent, an excellent part of any bodybuilder meal. Okay, okay, okay. Enough about the steak. The man eating it, though, is almost, to me, he's going through some hardcore coping mechanisms right there. Is this monologue for Agent Smith? Or is it for Cypher's guilt? Is it for the burden that he knows he's placing on himself for being the worst, terrible douchebag of all time? He's about to betray all of, yes, it's a crew, but come on now. This is more family than anything else. You live with these people, you train with these people, you fight, and run away from. No, I'm sorry. Neil was the first. So you run away from agents with these people. It's everything. You're protecting Zion with these people. Crew is family, and he's literally about to serve them all on a silver platter, no pun intended, given the meal. That all because he cannot stand the red pill anymore. This is in I'm using the direct contrast of the blue pill and the red pill. And that's what Cypher is specifically noting right here. He knows it's not real. It's fake. It's just signals, something like that, right? Electrons or whatever kind of electrical signals in the brain being relayed to him so that he feels it with his senses of taste and his mouth and his tongue and whatnot and his teeth. And he's basically coming to terms that he would rather have that. He would rather live like that than continue to struggle along, okay, quote unquote, fight the good fight alongside Morpheus and Trinity, Tank, Dozer, the rest of them. And for me, of course, I am on the side of the Zionists, all the just the real human beings, born al natural, actual people that come from people, not grown in the human harvesting fields. And this is just, it speaks volumes for what I am going through and what I believe too many men are also going through right now in present day modern America. This is so intimately connected to the modern male human experience, where men are going to have to make that choice. It's not possible. Even if you don't make it, that's what's so crazy. Yes, the blue pill and the red pill, of course, specifically filtered through this scene, through the dinner scene with Cypher and Agent Smith in the Matrix 1. I don't, maybe we could try to tie it in because that is kind of where it comes from. But from this moment forward, I want to stay away from the pill ideology of where does it even come from? I don't know. It comes from, I don't know, Reddit forums, covert Discord groups, something like that. Where the blue pill is you stay in Wonderland, as Morpheus said. You don't worry about anything. You believe it's all going to be, everything is la di da. No friction, no struggle of any kind. You ignore all problems. Everything is fine. Everything is okay. As long as you're able to go to your job and make it back home, nothing else matters. And the red pill is as real as it gets, right? The red pill is super hardcore reality check. The world is savage. It is brutal. It is it's better. It's not as, the strong eat the weak as it used to be. Maybe back in olden times when things were more barbaric, I should say. Though it is still kind of like that. The competition is still very real. Disparity between those who have much and those who do not have enough is still very real. And Cypher's just, man, he's done. Clearly, he did his time in the red pilled side of reality, being free, being unplugged from the matrix, knowing that this is a fight, that that humanity's consciousness was hijacked by the machines and these advanced AI programs who understood their most abundant energy source is us. We we are the battery. It puts a whole new you look at those Energizer Bunny or the Duracell commercials. Is completely different. It's quite morbid, and it's us. And they thought to themselves, they do not. I don't know. Is this Matrix lore accurate? If you know, brother, feel free to drop a comment down below. Where basically that human beings do not actually output optimal amounts of energy when they are miserable. Okay, who would have known? Yeah, sad boy hours. Not very conducive to being a powerhouse for an advanced dystopian machine society. So they thought we need to find a way to keep them happy. This is where I want to go a little bit deeper with you, because this notion of happiness, now, it's not real though. We have to keep this in mind. Yet, Cypher is arguing, well, it's real enough for me. This happiness that I want is going to be very fulfilling for my five senses. And those are the basic ones. To the best of my knowledge, there are more than five. There are several senses for a human being to, utilize throughout their lifetime. And Cypher, Cypher is not even, he's striking a deal here, and it's a bargain for him, right? Solely for him. He's not even saying, I want steaks for the rest of my life. I mean, once again, I'm a big beef guy, so that sounds like a great deal to me. But that's the tip of the iceberg. Cypher was saying, and he was, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't he he made sure to be very specific for this part right here and wipe my memory. He doesn't want to know. He wants the ignorance back. So now we are equating the idea of happiness in this modern world that you and I are living in right now with ChatGPT, and we got internet e-girls. Like, okay, we got bodybuilding is back and alive. All right, and it's going really strong. I don't know, possibly World War III is on the way. World War II, third version, remix, Buckaloo. All sorts of crazy things on the horizon, potentially speaking, for our reality. And Cypher is saying, I don't want the problems. So when you bring me back, wipe my memory and let me come back as a anything. He kind of ponders this for a second in real time in front of us as the audience. And he's thinking to himself, let me come back as a famous actor. So that's a nice little, it's like this encapsulation where you and I as the viewer, we're given an instant nutshell for what he wants and what it's going to be for the rest of his life. The fame, the prestige, okay? Lots of applause, assuming he's a good actor. Doesn't say just because you're an actor does not guarantee a fantastic career, but that's a whole nother topic. Lots of money, right, obviously, and the sweet life, the Mile High Club. Bring me back with everything that I could possibly want. Blue pill. Now, that's in the Matrix though, and that's the fiction of it. But for me to kind of yank this over into our reality now, brother, you may or may not be an actor. I will safely assume you're not. I don't know what you do. I mean, if you're an actor, that would be coincidentally pretty kind of eerie. That'd be kind of uncanny if I literally you're peeping my Pillars of Man podcast right now, and you looking at me like, but I really do act. I'm actually like kind of famous. You want to like look me up? Okay, bro. Unless that is the case, then you survive. You pay your bills. You have a job. You might have kids. Maybe you don't. That would require a wife. Okay. Or maybe y'all got kids not married yet. I'm not even trying to judge like that. I'm just saying, okay, just maybe woman, no woman, children, no children. And then you are continuing to survive. You are continuing to see another day. It's just how you're doing that will dictate everything. That is the difference between the blue and the red for you and me. The blue is this idea, this concept. And I'll continue to use Morpheus's phrasing because it's just a great way to put it. Staying in Wonderland. Okay. Men who single and they are surviving in the way that basic necessity is taken care of. However, they're doing that. I mean, we do have a growing number. Last I checked, and this was a few months ago, but it was at about 7 million or something like that. 7 million men who are completely checked out of society, not dating, not working, not in education, not training, not really doing anything. They're kind of just doing their own thing. And maybe that's a little bit of an extreme. I've never lived like that. So it would be difficult for me to continue to paint today's picture in this way. I'll take it just a step above, and this would be a single man who has shelter of some sort. Give him a one-bedroom apartment. Oh my goodness, one bedroom apartment for his first unborn child, and probably an arm and a leg too, something like that. These rent prices are absolutely crazy, but my man, in this way, he's killing it. So I mean, he's hypothetical. Work with me here, and just give him that and let him, yeah, and he's single and he's got a job. Let's say he does 40 hours. And that's what I mean. That's the setup right there. It's like, okay, he's doing his individual part as a functioning, contributing member of society. But then when you get down into the nitty gritty details of his life, well, then what is really going on here? The levels of enjoyment, fulfillment, the levels of purpose, how actualized he is in life, and how meaningful he finds his daily experiences. That's going to be directly tied to what he's doing every single day. If that is nothing but the blue, if that's going to be nothing but just the 40-hour work week, excuse me, and, I pray for him, okay, God willing, he enjoys that 40-hour work week. And if he's not, you know what I'm saying? This is turning hellish very quickly. But that's just the job. And it's like he's got his evenings back and he's got the weekends and maybe he's, a couple weeks of vacation every year. And so that adds up. That's a whole lot of time. It's like, no, we're keeping this super typical. He started living like this in his early 20s because that's when he finished uni. And he's going to do this till he is at least 65. Okay. That adds up to years and years and years and years and years of just individual free time that belongs to him. He is not on anyone else's clock and he is not obligated to anybody else. This is truly, what does he want to do in life? The blue would have you and me so deceptively persuaded there is nothing else to do. Cypher is asking for this in the most luxurious and decadent way possible. But when you strip it all down and you bring it back to the bone, it's the same thing. Cypher wants no worries. He wants everything to be okay. That's not life. That's not practical. It's not realistic. But if he And this is his little loophole, fictionally speaking. Oh, I'm going to cut this deal because I have information the bad guys need. Well, in Cypher's mind, the people who are fighting my people, not really that bad anymore because he's literally about to give himself up and just be like, oh, take me and bring me back to La La Land. It really makes you ask yourself, as I said, I mentioned earlier, every man is asking himself this question today. If you're not, you want to. That's a bold claim for me to make. How could I possibly, even if I were to take a wild guess, how am I going to really know? Or what kind of, deeper existential questions are you asking yourself every day, bro? It's because this is the most important one. I truly believe that. And it's going to haunt you if you don't deal with it. This is going to come for you, whether you want it to or not. So you may already be asking it. You might be thinking to yourself, what am I doing? Like, what is going on right now? What is it about my life here and today that I really enjoy and that I don't enjoy? And these are wonderful questions to ask oneself because they put you on the path to self discovery. The process of self discovering is going to have you self improve, with the ultimate destination being self actualization, you becoming the truest and the greatest. And I believe these two are actually very closely tied. So the truest, which is the most honest, this is genuine, and yeah, just full honesty of meaningful self expression for a man in this modern era. And that is directly tied to, I have to say it, his best quality of life. There are an infinite amount of parallel universes, according to that theory. So many variations of all the different versions of you. And if we're going to talk about the best, okay, wow, this is one out of infinity. Maybe help me. Let's make it a finite number. And so if that's like billion or trillion or quadrillion or something like that, that's still a lot of you, bro. That is like, that is so many. Okay. If it's trillion, that is like multiple, that is like so many. The math is not mathing in my brain right now. That is like so many Earths of just you. You know what I'm saying? What's this planet right now? The 9 billion of us? Yeah. I mean, that's 9B though. 1T? 1 trillion? That's you, a different version of you on this entire planet. We're all you. I'm a different version of you. And then you picture that planet Earth just multiplying into the horizon. That's a lot of yous, bro. And I'm saying one, like God Himself, the hand of God, would come down and pluck up one. And it's that one, the best one, the one where you gave it everything you had, the one where you tried, the one where you will have to. And this is the choice. This is what makes it so hard to self improve, to do better so that you can have better in life. Truly, it's like take the masculinity out of it. Take the the machoism. Like, oh, be a man, man up. Oh, manly man. It's genderless. It's timeless. Let me just say human. Let me just say the human experience for you to have that very best one is for you to try your very best. That is the complete opposite of the blue pill. You asking for all the smoke, bro. This is the most difficult. Because you're forced into a new set of circumstances that are going to have you trying for everything across the board. It isn't any one thing. It's so many different things at once that need your attention, your health and your finances, money, relationships. Okay, can you please pick the restaurant? I picked you up. I'm taking you out on this date. I'm asking you, where do you want to go? Oh, lead me, baby girl would say. So you have to figure out where you guys are going to go eat too. And then you get there and she's like, but I don't feel like eating this. That's dating. That is the whole romance situation in a nutshell. All right, but let's not let women divert us from the main topic today, which has to be, it's not that either one is evil. I have a very strong opinion, by the way, of which one I do like deem evil, but I don't want to go there. I don't want to do, maybe not yet. I want to say it's going to come from what you want. Cypher knew clearly, he knew what he wanted. But to be more realistic, as I want to reground this into our reality, most of us, when we're asking for the blue pill, that's not going to be, the champagne parties. Okay. Be careful if you see Diddy, and the private jets and the Lambos, and all the fine dining, okay, with the gorgeous, beautiful women and all the money and all of that. No, not at all. In fact, blue pill for the average guy I believe, is going to be the example I painted. You remember? Bring back Mr. Hypothetical. That's, you have a job and you got your place and you pay your taxes and rent is covered. You're on top of your bills. And that's it. Is that what you truly want, though? And let's go a step further. And we'll say this man I made up he's fine. He's not extremely depressed. He's not having some sort of midlife existential crisis or anything like that. He's not just he's doing okay. He's doing okay. But obviously he's not as fulfilled and as joyous and purposeful and living his best self. He's not firing on all cylinders, so to speak. He's kind of just living, and things are not too shabby. The blue pill is this kind of quiet. It's a very almost insidious because it's so stealthy. It's a sense of triviality that slowly seeps into your life. And the years go by and the decades begin to stack, where you become so cemented by your routine that it really does feel like there is nothing else to life. There is nothing else to do. Date? Oh, I could date. A girlfriend would be nice. Marriage would be nice. A family would be pretty dope. But that's a whole different endeavor right there that I would have to try to tackle and, show up for. Put myself out there, right? Everyone says, got to put yourself out there. And, doctor says, got to, be careful with the cholesterol, got to be careful with the diabetes. My diet's not too bad. Not really, couldn't say I'm really in shape, but yeah, all right, that's fine with me, as opposed to being in the best shape of your life. Your reality contrasted right now by what is it that you want? All the blue pill lifestyles being lived out right now in this reality is kind of, it's very quietly plaguing adult men, American males, especially single ones, right here and right now today. Because even if you don't want to make that choice, let me think about this later. I'm too tired right now. Maybe tomorrow, maybe another time. Do I want to date, Oh yeah, more money would be awesome. Who doesn't want more money? But what I make right now is good enough. I'd love to look better. I'd love to, be jacked, be in better shape, et cetera, et cetera. But I mean, that, requires, wow, a whole nother set of responsibilities every single week. That's less time for me after work because I got to get my butt in there. Or that requires me to go to sleep earlier because it's ideal for me to go before work so I can just chill after work is over. These choices and decisions, you can ignore them. That in and of itself is a choice. Brother, if that's your choice, that's okay. This episode today is dedicated to helping you confront truly the honest to God truth. Is that what you want, though? When I think about this scene, oh, wait, hold on. Oh, God. Hold on a second. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I think about this scene and I don't even know if that's what Cypher really wanted. I don't know. It's the way that, and this is absolutely Matrix fanboy interpretation. And I'm going really deep into this now. And so I completely acknowledge, I don't know if that's what was going on there, Kumo. I feel that. But to me, if he had given it some more thought, or rather, he had somehow run into some kind of intervention. I'm just saying, just somehow. I don't know, Trinity, or did he had a massive crush on Trinity? Or I don't blame him. Or I'm just saying, brother, like the all black, like goodness gracious. No. All right, that's my bad. The Morpheus, probably not. He seemed like he would just like, was so sick of Morpheus. Maybe Tank. Tank was such a lovable guy. Tank was just like a friendly, like, I'm cool with everybody as long as you're on Team Humans. Tank was dope. I don't know, somebody that could have had a deep heart to heart with him. Maybe he actually would not have arrived to that decision. He just seemed reluctant to me. There seemed to be a tinge of regret in his eyes, on the tip of his tongue, when he was witnessing himself make that terrible yet technically fateful choice because of what it would lead to. It's just in that moment when you don't know the events of Matrix 2 and 3 and your first time watching, I was losing my mind. I was like, oh my God, stop him. Somebody stop. What a freaking, oh my God, this butthole is absolute butthole. All right. I hate dudes like him in movies. Well, of course, I'm a super classic guy. I'm a very like, yeah, sure. I'll take it. I'll take it. Super goody two shoes. I root for the good guys, and the bad guys are just like, man, suck it. Okay. This guy's yeah, so evil for no reason, bro. You were freed. You were freed, god dang it. This is like, what do you mean? It's literally Zion is the last human city on earth. Can we try? Can we preserve the species? Like, I mean, but that's the empathy in me. Empathy is powerful in this way when you are exuding compassion from your worldview and how you're projecting that out into the universe. It's not just me. So I guess you could say that was a very narcissistic decision. Fair enough. But then, yes, it's like, oh, other people. I mean, we got the kid to think about the children, okay, and men and women and just humanity in general. That's why that fight is so important. As soon as we lose, like truly, if anything really goes wrong here, it's such a wrap. It's not even a fight. They put up, oh God, one of the freaking most bad, but like, yeah, war. Yeah. I would say I would attribute this scene to being like a full-fledged war scene, but it's just really futuristic with the mechs. The mechs were really bad, bud. And yeah, I'm talking about Revolution. For that scene, yes, of course I'm talking about Revolution. That when Zion was breached, oh my god, it's so epic. I was young, I was pretty young for that scene, but I was like in my living room, just like I was like cheering him on when it was a captain. What's his name? I don't remember his name. You're gonna have to help me out here. But the captain who, oh crap. I did say spoilers are alert, but now I'm going into the whole freaking trilogy. And I don't know if you've seen the third one. It's been a really long time, okay? Like you really can't blame me. Brother, watch the whole freaking thing, okay? Watch the first one, watch it again, and then finish with the second and the third. But you know what I'm saying? When they were like with all the mechs trying to fight back, trying to, that's right, buy Neo time. So it's not even really like a fight at that point. It's more survival than anything else. This is a last stand. We hold the line for as long as possible. And that is just, whew, oh, good Lord. If you want to talk about one of the most poor male desires of all time, that has to be it right there. That absolutely has to be it. You fantasized about it. You have at least once in your life. There's no way, bro. There's absolutely no way. Yes, you have. I have. All men will. Where it's that scene. Yes. In the Matrix, it's when the machines had finally arrived to the last human city, and they broke in and they began to fight and kill us. But what I'm talking about is just the idea, that fantasy, where you're back to back with your brothers in arms. You are in some kind of battlefield somewhere. It's not looking good. Y'all surrounded. And you know for a fact you are not making this, you're not going to be making out of this one alive. You're going to be laying down your life here for the man next to you. And you know, right, as you try and cover him so like maybe he can get to safety, and you just keep on shooting when you've already taken like several bullet wounds because you're a freaking beast. And you tell him, you know, maybe the last thing, you know, and he sees you and you fall very dramatically, and he's kind of just like, bro, no. And you would tell him, tell my wife. I'm gonna cut it off right there. I'm gonna cut it off right there because now it's getting kind of sad, and I'll let you finish that. What would you want your one true love? What would you want your darling to hear you say? You know, your last words. Comfort is never been this easily accessible in life. This is a very dramatic interpretation of the Agent Smith and Cypher dinner scene from Matrix 1. But when you use what is happening right now in our world today, it gets, for me, it gets kind of scary. I see it. It's so real. It's like, for my Mr. Hypothetical, I will have him answer the question, and I will have him say, and this is to assume he's being as honest as he possibly can. I will have him say, no, I do not. Excuse me. No, I don't. This is not the worst life. I'm not trying to be ungrateful. I'm not trying to, be, I don't know, spoiled or entitled. That's better. Oh, yeah, wow. All I have is a 1-bedroom apartment. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Oh, running water. Okay. My lights turn on when I flick the switch and I don't have to worry. Okay. It's my fridge has food I want to eat. Oh God. I have internet. I have video games I want to play. Okay. I have shows, animes, movies, and whatnot that I can stream whenever I feel like it because I make enough that I can pay for the premium subscription. God dang it. These subscriptions are getting absolutely out of hand. It's like so many. Okay. And now they're trying to bring in ads, even though what do you mean? I'm a premium member. Why do I have ads? It's absolutely insane. And he's got it all. That's what he has. But there's more, there's so much more to that than life though. And when a man questions this, is there? Is there really? I mean, that requires me to go outside. That requires me to talk to people, to meet people. All right. Oh, God. Will I have to talk to a woman? Like a very extreme scenario right there. Okay. You want to talk about a fight for your life. It's just so many different milestone experiences that I believe are all cornerstones of the male human experience, but no different though from this very unique modern male human experience. It's just that much more difficult because the blue pill is this it's this much more widespread, and so it's tough. It's so hard to fight because it's so deeply embedded in our daily experiences. Brother, look at me. Just look at me. Look at me right now. How are you watching me? How are you hearing me? How am I getting this to you? Right? By the powers of the internet. Okay. I have 5G. Do you have 5G? Click, click. Boom. There it is. Okay. In 4K glory, depending on what you're watching. Okay. Like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you putting in slow motion? It's whatever you want, whenever you want it. That's exactly what Cypher was asking for. He was sick of it. He was sick of, I struggle every day. I have to fight every day. I have to just try my best. I have to put up with all of this strife, the chaos, the unpredictability of it. Oh God, what are they going to break in tomorrow? Next week? When? I mean, it's a lot of pressure. Psychologically speaking, he's getting hammered every single day. It's just like, it's like every day is possibly the day of the apocalypse, the robo eclipse, all right, the machine eclipse, or whatever. And I really feel that. But that's that fictional world, and then our version of that is, well, the economy could tank tomorrow. You see, what? Look for her, fight for her, woo her, charm her, for her to cheat on me, take half my stuff, take half the dog, literally, like split the dog. Oh God, no, don't. Can we not do that to uh, Fluffy? Like what for what? Especially with kids. Oh my God, every other weekend. Good Lord. And what about World War III? Okay, yeah, go be successful. Okay, Kumo, what is all that success going to do for me when we get nuked by North Korea next year? Okay, and there's really not much left. Okay, like internet, like the whole block is gone. My cafe used to be there. Now it's not. Okay, that was bombed too. Just all of this. Can I say that? Um, I'm just realizing the platform I'm using right now in Minecraft. My cafe has been destroyed and bombed in Minecraft. Oh God, please let this episode survive the airwaves. And when you start thinking like that all the time, you get trapped. The blue pill will trap you. You will convince yourself there's no reason to try. There is nothing to do. There is no better life for me to live. Self-actualize. Kumu's just being dramatic. Okay? Because he's trying to do his Pill is a Man podcast thing. I'm already me. And I've been living like this for my entire life. Why would I change now? What is there to change? I believe what you deserve to witness is the version of you that Neo becomes. Neo comes from the same roots that Cypher does. They were born in the same way. They grew up in the same, technically our world. Was it like? Was that like the grunge era? I don't know. Actually, know what that means. No, I'm serious. Do you know what grunge means? I need to do some research. I just thought to say that, but but I think they were born like what? They grew up in the 80s, right? Following along that timeline of how old they look when we meet them. And these events of the Matrix are in the mid 90s or something, late 90s, early 2000s. And Neo made that choice. It's not real. I know that how delicious the processed food tastes, how good all the chemicals that they put in it, that they make it, they can make it taste like whatever they want. It's all man-made. None of it comes from nature. Well, depending on what you're eating. But a lot of the junk foods, I love it all. Don't even, brother, you have no idea. You have no idea who you're looking at right now. Oh Lord. Munchie runs? Can I digress right there? Are you picking up what I'm putting down, brother? 2 words, Munchie runs. We would, there was this Indian dude that knew us because we were there every other night, sometimes more often than that. And like first name basis. And I'd walk in and be like, oh, like, Kuma. I can't do an Indian accent. Kuma, Kuma. All right, it's fine. I got to work on the Indian accent. And bless his heart, he knew. He really knew. So what is it going to be? Oh Lord, this episode's getting out of pocket. Watermelon rings, the Arizona cans, all the flavors. My favorite was half and half, iced tea and mango. The White Castle burgers, the frozen ones in the frozen aisle. Ben and Jerry's, you gotta have the pint of Ben and Jerry's. Are you freaking kidding me right now? The Tonight Dough, okay, half baked. Ben and Jerry's knows their marketing. They know how to. Right? They knew who their majority of the demographic eating it. Okay, in the specific mindset at the specific time. I was one of them for years and years and years. Yes. What else? We got kettle corn. We got the Cracker Jack and Barrel, whatever, with the little the thing that used to come with it. Was it a toy or I can't remember? What was the little comic thing booklet? I don't know. I just love the caramel sweetness of it. Oh God, Fanta. Okay, root beer, cream soda, Coke with vanilla. Okay, Dr. Pepper. So many Dr. Pepper. Oh, all right, I'm gonna stop. Those were the munchie runs. And it's just, I wish I could eat like that for the rest of my life. Are you freaking kidding me? All right. But okay, we keep it real here at the Pillars of Man. If I were to continue eating like that, I never would have podcasted to you, bro. You never would have seen the show and you never would have heard my voice because I'd be dead. I'd be really, really, really dead. Okay. Like you'd be at well, not you, but maybe you'd hear about this in the news. Wow, 7 o'clock news tonight. Very strange, kind of creepy funeral, Sarah. Oh, what happened, Tom? Well, apparently there was this. What is it? The eulogy or the ceremony being processed for this up and coming. Oh, I said it. Up and coming podcaster, Kumo, for the Pillars of Man, and apparently everyone present was getting this trail of caramel mixed with Cheetos that was just wafting through the air from his casket. See, that's what I mean. And that's so real. That would have been me. I wouldn't be alive. It'd be a wrap. And you feel like, oh, I'm in my late 20s. I'm in my mid 30s. I'm in my late 30s. I'm in my 40s now. And it's just like, oh, it's age. Oh, sleeping is a sport. Waking up is an Olympic event. Okay. I kind of get graded, all right, 1 through 10, all right, depending on how limber I feel, or if I'm even really able to make it out of bed into the bathroom so that I can, all right, actually perform my morning hygienic duties. No, it's not supposed to be like that. No, of course. If you work on it, if you take the time to build it, not only would you look fantastic, okay? And that's just not me, okay? Even the ladies are gonna be like, hey, yo, what's going on over there? Is he bench pressing? It doesn't even work like that. It's really the bros actually that'll stop you and be like, yo, nice pecs, bro. But it's so worth it to do. It's the comfort, the ease of it all lulls you into this life that you end up hating. I think that Cypher was on the right track because he chose. Everyone makes the choice. He was not forced. That I don't think that's how it works. They ask everybody that gets, chosen or picked. And I'm sure when Cypher sat in the hot seat, Morpheus did the same thing. If it was Morpheus, you know, red or blue. And so, hey, oh wow, hey buddy, great start. He was definitely on the right track. And I think he kind of lost his mind a little bit because he lost the meaning in the struggle. All he saw was struggle, and he got sick of it. He said no more. And so he would betray his brothers and his sisters. The meaning for you is a little bit different because in this world, I believe it's so much more worth it to do because the possibility truly is something to behold. It's unpredictable. Who knows, bro, where you could go if you gave it your best shot, if you gave it everything that you possibly could. I don't care. Let me get healthy. Let me accept and love myself. Because if you can't, then you kind of can't ask her to. Okay, she shouldn't be like, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. It's too much pressure. All right, like because I need to love me, and then now I need to love both of us. And it's like, how does this work? And then it's a whole debacle from that point forward. Much easier to approach a woman already super healthy, super self-secure, brother. That takes work, possibly therapy. That takes shadow work. This takes introspection, self-reflection, journaling. I do it all. Not the therapy work. And so that you can get to understand yourself at such a deep level that, I accept myself for who I am. F all this other BS. Whatever the news outlets want to say, however the media wants to portray me, I am me. I speak for myself and I will speak with actions. I am this height. I look like this. My face is like this. Like, okay, the body, very malleable. Oh, thank Father. Thank God, for allowing us to be able to build excellent amounts of muscle. And you can do that. And you can make the money that you want to make. And you can do it in a very fulfilling way. And you can try. You can try for love. You can try and go get her. And try and have tons of kids, as many kids as possible. Okay? That's definitely a conversation you should, run by her. But it's all in your hands. You do have that control. The blue pill is just having you give it up because it's easier. Because it feels better, brother. It feels so much better to sit there and do nothing. That's how my days off are. Up, full transparency. My feet are up, posted, big, chill, lax. I'm big lax all day on my days off. But then when I'm days on, it's such a struggle. It's such a struggle, but I try and stick with it. Keep with it. You keep going. You keep aiming for the same target over and over and over. That's what this is all about. And the meaning, all the meaning you could possibly ask for on the side of the red pill. For the last time, I will just want to, I don't want people to get confused when they watch this or they listen to this. You're on Spotify. You're not looking at me right now. Matrix One. No, not red pill, masculine community. No. No, just the red pill being you wake up. You try. Reality at its most potent. No cope. No sedation. You're sober. Let me at 'em. Let me at him. Bring it. Because you're capable. No, it won't crush you. Because this reality belongs to you. It's for you. It's meant for you to live. See where you could go. See where you can take it, brother. And then as you continue to live in this way, the better you get, the more you see. So it's not that I needed to go out there and try and find meaning. That it's some sort of holy grail treasure quest of some kind. Brother, when you live it, you are the meaning. You are injecting it into your existence wherever you go. And I would have you show up as your very best version because you and all those who get to meet you deserve that. That is a part of, maybe it's the very beginning of the essence of the most enjoyable pathway for the modern male human experience. And if you're looking for another fellow attempting to do the same, by all means, you check me out here at the Pillars of Man podcast. That's kind of what I do. I talk a little bit about everything and anything that goes into God, anime, bodybuilding, philosophy, and like today, movies, all aimed at helping any man become the very best version of himself. I thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching and listening and being here, vibing with me for today's conversation, brother. It's an honor for me. Hope you got something out of that. And I hope to see you real soon for my next one. You want to know exactly when? Follow me, depending on the platform that you're on. I don't even know how Spotify works. Hit the follow or whatever. But you're on YouTube, subscribe. Please subscribe. I need more subscribers. God dang it. And I will vibe and see you real soon for my next one. But until then, take it easy. Take good care of yourself. And I love you so much. Red all the way. Red all the way, brother. Peace.